Yo, what's good, stream? We are back. This is gonna be a little bit longer one today. We got the Hotline Miami lore video. Shout out Retrosection. I haven't watched this at all. Hopefully, it is a good video. I mean, it seems pretty long, but this is actually one of the shorter ones that I found. We'll probably watch this after we beat the second game. So yeah, 14K views. I see good comments. So yeah, this is the guy. If you want to check him out, YouTube, please do not copyright me. This is the guy's video, please.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the recap. If you don't have time to play a game, want to relive it, or simply didn't understand it, then this is a show for you. A show where we uncover what the hell is going on and spoil the story in the process. So if you're okay with that, let's jump right in.
Oh shit, I accidentally started recording on my phone. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, have not seen the playthrough,
today we'll tackle Hotline Miami.
Go watch
this
it.
2012 gem of a game set in 1980s Miami takes you on a trippy roller coaster and spits you out wanting more. So prepare yourselves.
One of the hardest games.
The game begins with you having a conversation with three masked men in this trip-ass room with mods flying all around. It's creepy and weird, so you naturally ask yourself, what the hell is going on? Is this even real? Is it a figment of your imagination? And if so, what do these characters
welcome
represent?
To the stream.
The horse masked person is cautious, pointing out that maybe you shouldn't remember who you are. The rooster claims he knows you, asking you to remember where you met, while Mr. Owl here doesn't have anything to do with you at all. Horseface implies some heavy shit has been going down, and you remembering would mean accounting for your actions.
I wonder.
Finally, the rooster questions you with a
like,
realistic event dating to April the 3rd, 1989, after which you wake up in your apartment to an anonymous voice message about some random-ass cookies being delivered at your door. Naturally, you go check, only to find a box containing a letter and a rooster mask like the one you've been talking to. The letter contains instructions to pick up a briefcase and deliver it to a specific location. A threat to your life is also implied, so you don't fuck about and do it because they'll be watching. So now you arrive at the metro to find certain people in white suits hanging about. You put on the mask given to you and you assassinate them. It seems you're quite okay with murder and actually good at it. You obtain the briefcase and deliver it to the dumpster as instructed, but this hobo is having none of that. Unfortunately, still high on murder, you kill him. Maybe it was a bit too much for one night, so you backtrack those barbecue sausages you ate earlier and decorate the floor with them. On your way home, you stop by a convenience store where you were greeted by a man called simply Beard. Now it seems like this guy knows you well. He even expresses some serious concern about not seeing you for a while after the loss of your girlfriend. Anyway, he changes the subject and tells you to take anything on the house. Fast forward 5 days and you see some pamphlets on the table you supposedly subscribed to. They thank you for your interest in their cause and spew some concerning patriotic metaphor. You receive another voice message, this time blabbing about needing a babysitter to discipline some kids and again emphasizing discretion. Choiceless, you're on your way again. The procedure is the same, except there is no delivery this time, only murder. You do what you have to. Before leaving the scene, you stumble on a strange symbol on the floor painted in blood.
Yeah, I've seen those logos everywhere.
It's now etched in your mind. On your way home, you stop by a pizza parlor to shove some shit other than sausages down your throat. Oddly enough, there's Beard again behind the counter. Now you're starting to wonder, is he working a second job? Anyway, he tells your pizza is already done because he had a feeling you'll be coming and tells you to leave it at that.
Yeah, this dude was creepy as fuck.
Now either this guy has some serious telepathic powers and has chosen to use them to be the best damn waiter ever, or something's not right here.
Full story explained.
Again, he refuses any payment. Skipping some days again, you wake up on April 16th to receive a message from a supposed methadone clinic. Things are pretty clear at this point, so you comply.
Fucking nose itches.
Upon arrival, you slash these motherfuckers up like butter to find yourself in front of an interesting sight. A person with a walrus mask tied to a chair being tortured.
Yeah,
You
we
do the
seen
only
that.
logical
I got
thing.
Earl. Earl was
You
a
take the
shitty
mask
man.
for yourself. On your way home, you realize it's a perfect evening to rent yourself a movie, so you take a detour to the VHS
And
palace.
he's there again.
Beard is behind the counter.
Yep.
Well, no surprise there, I guess. Maybe he's working 3 jobs. Anyway, he pleasantly greets you and asks you, have you heard about the recent
I think
massacre,
that's the only
implying
time
the
he really
police went
mentions like
public with it.
Ruskies. Like
Important
a bunch
thing
of
he also
Ruskies.
reveals is that the victims are Russian mobsters.
Yeah.
He then gives you a movie he chose for you, On the House. Again.
Like, no
9
way
days
we're
later,
just
another phone call
coincidentally
arrives
murdering
saying it's Kate from the
Russian
Hotline
mobsters.
service informing you of your date that evening. Standard procedure. You arrive at the destination and kill your way through the mobsters, only to find this brutal gargantua blocking your way. This motherfucker takes 3 shotgun blasts before finally falling to his merciless eye-gouging fate. Anyway, you lurk around and stumble upon a room where a cracked-up woman is being used and abused for a range of predatory and malicious activities. She says she knew it would end like this, seemingly in peace with her fate. But instead
Damn, I
of putting a
didn't
bullet to
pick
her
up on
skull,
that.
you decide to get her out of there. On your way home, you stop at a bar, completely disregarding the fact that you have a half-dead woman pumped full of drugs and God knows what else in your car. Naturally, Beard works as a barman. He asks you if you're alright because you look like shit and addresses you as sir as if he doesn't know you. He also cautions you not to drink, but you insist, so he makes you something special. You slam that shit in your body and head on home.
Damn, I didn't realize that either, that this is the one cutscene that he talks to us like a stranger. This game had me so pissed off I was not paying attention to the
We
lore.
again find ourselves in this moth-ridden room, which is slightly filthier this time, correlating with your actions and madness that is surfacing. The rooster says he can see that you remember him now, but still don't know who he is or who introduced you. The owl asks why have you returned. He states that you're not a nice person and that he is sickened by you. Horseface here questions the accuracy of the events taking place, implying some pieces don't fit. It's becoming quite clear now that this room truly
Dude,
is
I
your
wonder if we're
mind and some
schizophrenic.
serious digging is going on. You're being torn apart by 3 voices. Horseface wants to keep things buried or forgotten, while the rooster is making you acknowledge your actions and yourself in whole. Mr.
Hotline
Owl is
Miami
having
2
none
is
of it.
worse.
This
Don't
person
even tell
is
me
your
that.
prosecutor,
I'll never
judge,
play that
and
bitch
jury.
on stream. Swear.
The rooster poses 4 questions for you to break
Huh,
your
bro,
head
I'll
over for
never
some
touch
time.
that shit.
The first is, if you like to hurt other people. The second one, who is leaving messages on your answering machine. The third, where the hell are you? And the fourth, why are you having this conversation right now? You wake up in your apartment on May 5th,
I can't
and
answer
the girl
none of
you
those
rescued is
still.
lying on the couch, getting her shit together. You have also collected a fair amount of
So you
newspaper
can read
clippings
those?
covering the recent murders
didn't even
you've been
know.
committing. The last one talks about the abduction of a woman by the masked murderer caught on security camera. The phone rings. Some Blake guy wants you to fix a power outage on a certain address. The interesting thing is, he also mentions they've already sent someone, but he did a lousy job. This correlates with the man you found in a walrus mask. You teleport your ass to the place, and after some bloodshed, you find yourself in front of a room where a person is being
Dude, I
interrogated.
died like 3 times
His
to
ass
this
is
shit. I
tripwired
felt
to
so
the door,
slow.
so naturally you shoot it, and all the people
I
inside get
got
turned
too
to
close.
non-proportional slabs of burnt meat. Once you're done, you head on back home, but not before stopping at a convenience store. By the entrance, you see some mobsters
I
beating
didn't
the
even
guy
see
with a rubber
this.
horse mask. It's all quite weird. There's the old beard that recognizes
didn't
you
see
behind
that
the
at
counter.
all.
He says he was worried about you. The streets don't seem safe with all the killings going on. He again mentions you don't have to pay because you're a friend. The person taking a beating is now dead with no one
Oh,
inside.
what the fuck?
It's confusing who this is. Was it an innocent bystander in a
even
mask,
seen that
or another
shit.
assassin?
I don't
Is the
think
Russian
so.
mafia infuriated to the point where they'll kill anyone with a mask now? You don't seem to give much thought about it, so you jump in the car. 4 days later, we see the apartment is much cleaner than before, and the woman is now on her 2 feet, slowly coming to her senses. It's unclear whether she cleaned the apartment or you did because of her. Dave from Miami Pest Control calls about vermin issues, saying someone else will clean up after you leave, so you head on to the location. After some slicing and carving, you head on down to the sewers under the house, where you find another assassin dying in a puddle of his own blood. He insists that all this is just a bad dream before succumbing to his injuries. You find a crocodile mask next to him.
I don't think I ever found that.
You find the croc insists under the house.
One sec.
After some slicing and carving, you head on down to the sewers.
I didn't even know you could go in the sewer.
In a puddle of his own blood.
left.
He insists that all this is just a bad dream before succumbing to his injuries.
I'd never even seen this.
You find the crocodile mask next to him.
Yeah, I never got this mask. Yeah, what the fuck?
Motherfucker Jones.
It's named Jones, and it gives more gore.
More gore?
So it's the obvious choice
gory as fuck.
On your way home, you again feel like pizza, so you reroute yourself to the parlor. Good old beer greets you, but it seems like he doesn't know.
Yeah, no, that shit was
again.
Tough.
He talks about these being hard times and not having many customers lately because maybe they've lost their taste for pizza and it's time to close shop for good. If this is not a metaphor, then it's the most unrealistic part of the game so far. Anyway, moving forward to May 13th, you have collected quite some newspaper clippings of the murders, which means the police is thoroughly on it. The article now fully confirms targeted people are Russian mafia,
did not know
and the police denies the murders being orchestrated by a vigilante movement. On your way to the phone, we see the woman taking a bath, seemingly getting comfortable in your place. The voice message tells you to take care of some VIP guests down at Hotel Blue, so you're on it. As you navigate the staircase down to your car, you stumble upon a janitor in green overalls.
And they gave you that weird-ass look.
He gives you a quick under-the-eyebrow grin, but says absolutely nothing. After arriving at the hotel, you spray every living thing in there, including the guests sitting and eating.
I don't remember this level being that hard.
The message did instruct you to take care of the VIPs. On the upper floor, while being sneaky on the building ledge, you see another janitor in green overalls.
Man, so they was watching the whole time.
Seeming a bit worried that there's an armed masked assailant navigating the building ledge. It's movie night again, so you storm the VHS palace. Beard is quite worried at this point because his friend from the police confirmed the doubts he had about multiple assailants. Since you already encountered 4 of them who got themselves killed, this is not much news to you. Again, he tells you to grab any movie you want on the house.
Okay.
10 days later, the newspaper clippings revealed the VIP guests you slaughtered were actually politicians, and their execution being a heavy blow on the Russo-American coalition. This is the first time we hear about the so-called coalition and the state of the world this story is taking place in. A lot of things fall into place
now. Russo-American
Those 50 blessings pamphlets on Pure America also make sense now, but more on that later. You receive a message about some serious mess at some condos because of a burst water pipe. After you execute everyone in the building, the phone rings. You pick it up. The voice redirects you to another location where there's a quote-unquote prank caller who needs to be dealt with. This suggests something went wrong on their end. You comply and get your ass to a place called Phone Home. What you find in there is a grievous slaughter scene
which
from
we
hell.
ended up seeing at the end of the game.
Butchered
the
to pieces,
final boss
heads
fight
and body
on this
parts
level.
all over the floors and walls.
We were literally about to solve
Upon entering the main
everything
control
before
room,
this
you're faced with a
motherfucker
character wearing a biker helmet and wielding a butcher's cleaver. He tells you you're dead meat and starts chasing after you. Eventually you manage to crack him with the golf club and he falls to the floor. He mumbles that it can't end like this because he was so close, meaning he was after the people directing the messages. Adrenaline fueled, you split his head open and run back to your car.
Damn!
Well, I guess no answers will be given there. Desperate for a drink, you stop at a bar. Beard recognizes you, not as a friend but as the customer from the last time. He starts spewing some cryptic nonsense about something being in the air, about having a bad feeling like something terrible has happened tonight. He also mentions he hasn't felt like this since San Francisco. The events that took place in San Francisco play a major role in the story of the Hotline Miami, so remember it. We'll get back to it.
What happened in San Francisco? I literally don't know anything about San Francisco other than that cutscene.
The moth-infested room is now dirty as shit. The owl insists on you not returning here, and if his opinion doesn't matter to you, maybe he's the one who should leave. The rooster asks whether you've been thinking about the questions he posed because he cannot give you any answers. Horseface is pushy on you taking some rest because carrying too much weight can break anyone and lead to collapse of everything. The rooster says that the next time you meet will be the last. This insinuates you won't be listening to Horseface's advice of letting go and something will happen. Before you scram out of this corner of your mind, the rooster leaves you with 3 predictions. 1. Someone you know is not who you think he is. 2. Something will soon be taken from you. And 3.
The girl.
On July 21st, you'll wake up in a bigger house.
Was that the hospital
Cut to
that
May
we woke
27th
up
in your now pristine-looking
date.
apartment, where you receive another mission to clean up some club. You get your ass over there only to find the killer who was obviously sent before you lying on the floor with
This
his
one
entrails
wasn't too
hanging
bad
all
either,
around.
if I remember correctly.
Next to him is a grasshopper mask that lets you start each level with a drill. Yes,
I
a
didn't get
drill.
this mask either.
And now you finally get to fulfill your dream of drilling everyone in this game.
Now this one I do remember. This shit was annoying as fuck.
Okay, so basically I have to finish every enemy off. I can't just kill him, right? So, damn. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Fucking hated that dog so much.
Oh, come on.
Alright, I'm not trying to watch this gameplay.
You've uncovered the plan with the drill doesn't work and you've lost 5 hours of your life over nothing, you resort to your usual methods of murder and mayhem and move on. After you clear the whole place, shit gets even more fucked. You stop at a convenience store. As soon as you enter, you see Biker dying on the floor with half of his head demolished by a golf club. Beard quickly says he has something important to tell you, insisting this is not real. It did not actually happen. You don't quite believe him, so he says he'll demonstrate, and in a flash the body is gone, leaving confusion and memory lapse.
Oh, and look,
Someone
the
also
fucking,
spawned in the
the
toilet,
logo.
and we
The
see that red
logo's in
symbol
the
from
bathroom.
before. Beard
the
greets you
fuck?
again as if nothing just happened, and tells you to take anything on the house. Blasting off to May 31st, you wake up to your apartment actually being a cozy place to live, suggesting you're making a life together with the woman you saved. The phone rings. The message sends you to an open house showing. You drive downtown and clear the mobsters. However, the police raids the place with you barely making it out.
Oh, bro, I
This
hated
calls
this
for
shit
pizza.
too.
In front of
Hated
the
that
parlor
level.
sits a seriously fucked up mobster petting his dog.
Okay, I
They're
did
both
see
dead
this
and
one.
obviously figment of your imagination. Once inside, you see a bald person behind the
Yeah, I
counter,
didn't
looking
understand
similar
this.
to the guy
Didn't
who's taking a
understand
piss in the convenience store. He's urging you to leave while his face is blood splattered. Lying on the floor next to him is Beard's corpse. Since Beard's existence is questionable in the first place, so is his death and what it represents.
Yeah, like.
Moving on to
so
June
wait,
3rd,
Beard
another
wasn't
message,
real?
another job. At the destination, you find the corpse of another masked assailant and pick up his Cobra mask named Jake. Jake is
Okay, I
important
did
to
get
the
this
story,
mask.
but we'll talk about him later. With all that's going on, it's movie night again, so you drop your ass at the VHS Palace. There's a reprise of what you saw at the pizza place. The bald guy behind the
what the
counter
fuck?
and Beard's body next to him. This time he tells you look familiar and asks if you have met somewhere before. You just leave the place without retorting. Rushing to
this
June
lore
8th,
is
the
like-
beds in your apartment are pushed together. The relationship with the woman you rescued is obviously thriving. On top of that, you now also have visions of people you killed skulking around
Dude, we
your
gotta be
apartment.
schizophrenic. No
Somewhat
faking, we're
disregarding
schizophrenic.
them, you go and pick up the phone. At the job site, a van bursts through the door, almost killing you. Russian mobsters start pouring
This
out.
mission
There's
wasn't
even
that
this
bad.
motherfucker throwing Molotovs at you. For that, he gets violently murdered and set on fire. You need a drink after that. There are mobster corpses at the bar enjoying their drink, and the bald
Yeah,
guy
this shit
behind the
was
counter
weird.
again urging you to leave. You return home to a sight of your girlfriend brutally murdered on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
This is what the rooster meant when he said something will be taken from you.
Yep. Okay, so I got
This
that
also
question
ties
right.
in on
I
when
guessed
Beard
that
told
while
you
we
you
were
haven't
playing
been the
too.
same after the loss of your girlfriend. This finally confirms all this is hazy memory. In the living room, you encounter a masked killer sitting on your couch. He points the gun at you and shoots you in the head. As you fall to the floor, the rooster appears in the killer's place. He tells you that it's just you and him now, and that this is the last time you'll see each other. He also leaves you with the notion that nothing you do from now on will have any purpose, and things will not end well. He insists you will never see the whole picture, and that it's your own fault. At the end of the conversation, he points out that there's a warm bed waiting across the hall.
Bro, the rooster has so much
insinuating
aura.
You may finally rest.
I don't even know how to describe it.
As you approach the bed, you see yourself lying in a coma, and things come full circle now. The whole story up to this point was you reliving the events through the role of an unreliable
So that's
narrator,
what it...
twisting
Oh my
certain
god.
events to your...
So the whole game up to this point was literally us in a coma. We were in a coma the whole time. That's why everything was fucked up. Weird memories, shit wasn't matching up, dead people, random. All this shit was in a coma. I think that's what that meant.
favor in order to cope with them. Since this is a mind-blowing revelation, the subconscious you literally tears his head open. Now before we move on with the story, I'd like to round up the inner voices,
we did
since
kill
we won't be
those
seeing
people,
them
but it
anymore.
was like... I think we killed all those people, but shit was like twisted with like the events on where it happened. Like the dead people we were seeing in the apartment, the like sitting in the room with the horse, the owl, and the rooster. Like all that shit was a fuck up of like us in a coma.
The mask names are as follows: the horse face is Don Juan, the rooster Richard, and the owl Rasmus. Sum them up, Don Juan represents hope, Richard grounding, and Rasmus guilt. Although you are known only as Jacket in this game, it's highly indicative that your name is Richard, since the masks are usually named after their owners and the rooster mask is yours. The rooster also represents the real and grounded you in the dream. There are also theories that underneath Don
Yeah, I feel like these are like, like our emotions on some shit.
Juan's mask is your girlfriend who is asking you to let go of the past and move on with your life, hence the female outfit Horseface has. Rasmus would be an amalgamation of all the people you've hurt and killed, and is respectively dressed in a white suit like the mobsters.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
After getting shot in the head, you find yourself in a hospital. You hear a police officer screaming at the doctor to when will you finally wake up.
Oh my god, I
you're a
hated
prime
this
suspect
level.
in a major
I
case.
hated this shit.
The doctor reveals you've been in coma for weeks and says he can't predict when you will come to your senses. He also mentions you haven't fully recovered from the surgery as well. The police officer reveals that the perpetrator who shot you and killed your girlfriend is in lockup at the station, and that they need you to make the case because he's not talking. Also, take a look at this doctor's face. The guy has a kilo of cocaine stuck up his nostrils. His eyes are about to leave his body.
Yeah, no, the
On
movement
June
in
21st,
this level
you wake up. Remembering the police officer's words, you go full-on sneak mode in order to escape. It's kinda hard with your head being a mess mentally and physically. Once out, you head on back home only to find your car completely vandalized along with the apartment. There are police tapes on the entrance, and that red sign you keep seeing all around is painted on the floor. A body is chalked out on the bathroom floor where your girlfriend lied. You take some clothes and head on down to the police station where the assailant is being held. Now I gotta say, charging a fully armed and alert police station is a pretty ballsy move unless you're a Terminator.
Passion,
So after you effectively send the whole lower level to hell, Brickface Mustache here is prepared for the worst, which he should be. Now that the whole station has become splatter art, you look for the keys to the holding cell. Along with them, you find a mask named Richter, telling you the name of your assassin.
I think I was just so pissed off.
Upon entering the cell, you realize Richter is the bald man you've been seeing in your visions. He's completely stoked to see you here.
Oh, I didn't even
He
piece that
immediately
together.
starts fearing for his life and tells you the hit on your girl and you was nothing personal. He also claims he doesn't have any answers for you, which leads you to demolishing his jaw. He falls to the floor and asks whether you were also getting the voice messages, and that the police might know more about the mess than both of you. He understands how this will end and accepts his fate, so you choke him out. Back in the room with the evidence, you find some case files which indicate the calls are being traced to a club tied with Russian mafia. At this point, this is a bit odd, because the Russian mafia are mainly the target of the callers.
Yeah, what
However,
the fuck?
Richard did say you'll never see the whole picture, and what you do from now on serves no purpose. You drive to the address mentioned in the report and start hacking your way to the club's manager.
Bro, I died so
After
many
an
times in
unsuccessful
this
bribe
shit, too.
attempt, he shits his pants and just gives up the owner's address in vague attempt to save his life, but you deface him with your fists. Finally, you're face to face with the mob
Yep.
leader.
This
For your
actually wasn't
successful
too
endeavor
bad.
of making
This
it all
shit
the
was
way in
not
front
bad.
of him, he rightfully assumes you are
I mean,
the
I
one
died a couple
ransacking
times,
his
but
ranks.
this one was not bad. I
Since
enjoyed
he's a
this
man
fight.
of experience in action and can read you like an open book, he gets down to the point, unleashing two panthers on you. After putting them down, his henchman-ass Blondie decides to test her katana sharpness
Yep,
on
I
you,
did the
but
same
is soon
thing,
met
throw
with
it
some
at her.
head-splattering action. The boss is impressed with your murder skills and wonders what gave you such thirst for blood. He also says he wishes to see who is hiding behind the mask before turning to his firearms to finish you off. This further proves he's not the one behind your assassination attempt and that it wasn't a retaliation for the killings. Luckily, you disarm him with Blondie's shurikens. Like I said, this guy is a man of character and wants to spare you the pleasure of killing him, so he pulls out a backup gun and blows his brains out. Suddenly the phone rings and you pick it up. The voice is complaining about the ruckus downstairs because he's trying to sleep. You realize you're not alone, so you grab the gun and head up. You find yourself in front of an old man in a wheelchair. I guess this is the true boss of the organization, but is just too old to be handling things, so the guy you just killed took over. He also concludes you're the one devastating the Russian mafia and asks what is it you want. Without giving you a chance to say anything, he continues about doing so many horrible things in life that nothing really matters anymore. He urges you to do what you came here for. You raise your weapon and put a bullet in his forehead.
Yeah, his shit was kind of sad. He was just like, put me out of my misery.
You exit to the balcony, take off your mask and light a cigarette. It's done. You take a picture out of your pocket, take one last long look at it and throw it over the balcony, watching the wind carry it far away.
Aura. Part 5.
Now, let's rewind back a bit to May 13th. The biker dude is interrogating some poor sod who apparently got him into this whole voice message murder spree. The biker says it's not fun anymore and that he wants out, meaning he was also one of the murderers for the same organization. The guy finally
I
breaks
figured
and
that.
tells biker to seek out a person hiding in the Blue Dragon restaurant downtown, but warns him about the severity of the consequences. Upon arrival, the biker encounters a mob infestation at the restaurant. Luckily,
these
they're no
levels were
match
fun.
for his beloved butcher's cleaver, which apparently he uses so expertly that he cuts people in half in one motion. His target doesn't seem to know much about it all, but clinging to his existence, he lets the biker in on the only thing he knows. The organization is using Phone Home to sweep their call trails. This motherfucker helped them set it up and went into hiding immediately after. He also mentions they have a political agenda and that they are not messing around. The biker decides to spare his life and leaves. On May 16th, the biker is in his apartment looking at those same 50 blessings
Did not know
pamphlets
that we
you
could
had.
read these.
The phone rings. The caller warns him about a missed delivery and that further non-compliance will not be tolerated. The biker obviously failed a mission while pursuing his own goals of getting out. While continuing his investigation, he complies and proceeds to read the location of Russian mobsters.
Wait, is
On
this
May
the one that I
23rd,
hated?
the biker wakes after some serious
I
partying.
can't
He
remember
checks
if
the
that was
answering
the one that I
machine and
fucking
sure
hated.
enough, another message is presented. But it's time. He ignores the message and heads over to Phone Home, a place where he could finally get some answers. He jumps on his bike and arrives at Phone Home.
Yeah,
Once
that last
inside,
one
he
I
sees
think was the
unarmed
one that
workers
I
who
fucking
are
could
scared
not
shitless.
stand.
Like a true cleaver-wielding maniac, he slices through them like butter, painting the whole place red. His thirst for blood is not quite quenched yet, so he savagely strikes everyone on the upper floor as well. Finally, he is facing the main terminal. The overseer pleads for his life but receives no emotion whatsoever. He gets gutted like a fish. The biker enters the terminal and finds an address that could be the possible orchestrator's hideout. At that moment, a familiar scene unfolds. You
Damn,
enter to
so
kill.
we were that close.
The biker warns you to leave
Or
if
he
you
was
don't want to
that
die,
close.
which is different from your recollection of events where he straight up tries to kill you. Now, the odds are in biker's favor, and he demolishes you, further proving your comatose memory in which you killed him was flawed. This is where things come full circle. The biker was your target because he failed a mission and became a liability, and you became Richter's target because you failed to kill biker and became a liability yourself. On May 24th,
So we didn't kill the biker, and the biker didn't kill us completely. But both of us failed our missions, so that's why Richter was there to clean it all up. Damn.
the biker receives a message implying he will be killed real soon, so he sets off to the address he dug up in phone home, ready to have some answers. Upon arrival, he spots a janitor in green overalls running deeper into the house.
Oh, this was the final level.
After chasing him, he stumbles on a password-protected terminal. With a bit of hacking skill, he manages to crack it and retrieve the info he needs. He then spots wires leading down a sewer shaft, so he proceeds to descend under the house, where he is met with those two green overall janitors you saw through the game on a couple of occasions. The room is packed with telephones, blueprints, boxes of animal masks, and wires leading everywhere. The janitors immediately assume the biker is the man who infiltrated Phone Home last night. As much as they think they're covert, the biker tells them he cracked the terminal, and the cat's out of the bag. Here's where the whole thing unveils. These two fake janitors are just the tip of the iceberg. They're a couple of members of 50 Blessings who volunteered to conduct the experiment of threatening people into doing these killings.
So there are a couple members of, what was it, 50 Blessings?
These two fake janitors are just the tip of the iceberg. They're a couple of members of 50 Blessings who
50 Blessings? What the fuck? I don't even know who that is.
volunteered to conduct the experiment of threatening people into doing these killings, which to their own surprise went pretty well. The reason the police tracked those calls to that Russian club is because Phone Home was used to redirect the calls as if they were coming from there, covering the organization's tracks and creating a complete confusion. 50 Blessings' main goal is to topple the Russo-American coalition, and these killings are just the first step. They also claim to be patriots, not nationalists, and that they have powerful people on their side, probably hinting at politicians and higher up. Also, the red symbol you have been seeing throughout the game is actually theirs, not the mafia's. The biker has had enough of this madness and uses his proficient butchering skills on the janitors. In fear for his life, he sits on the bike and leaves town. And there you have it, ladies and
No, the
gentlemen.
biker gets
Hotline
away.
Miami. Is the
Damn.
picture clear now?
So Richter's the
Of
only
course
one
not.
that just gets
No
fucking
real
slaughtered?
answers were given, like, why were you chosen? Why are you so proficient at murder? Why were you satisfied with taking out the mafia boss when he clearly wasn't behind it? Why is Beard important? Who's
I
Jake?
think Jackie
Who is the biker?
just
What is the
loved
Russo-American
murdering
coalition?
people.
Why
Like-
was it founded? What was the picture you threw from the balcony? Well, in order to get those answers, you have to play Hotline Miami 2. So stay tuned for
I
the
ain't
next
playing that
episode where
shit for
things
a
unveil
fucking
themselves
minute.
into an incomprehensible, larger-than-life mess. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel.
It's gonna be a fucking minute before I play that shit. Good video. Oh, man. That was a good fucking video, though. Damn, he has the original Fallout on here. Seems like a good fucking channel. You like. That was a good video. If anybody wants to check out this video, show support to this guy. He has the next Hotline Miami and other games, it looks like. Yeah, Retrosection. So, yeah, 12 videos. Damn, his shit looks like... I need him to teach me how to edit. His shit seems like to be, like, bangers. Oh, he's a Diablo player.